Hello, my name is Pay the Dazzling Diva. Welcome to my channel. I'm a part-time reseller on sites such as Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, and Etsy. What I have for you today are my sales on all four platforms for the week of June the 9th. I also have a really great BOLO, which stands for Beyond the Lookout. So if that sounds interesting to you, make sure to go ahead and stay tuned. All right, let's get started with Etsy. I had a couple of sales on there. Couple of sales on Poshmark, a couple of sales on Mercari, and the rest on eBay. So we do have these vintage Hardy Boy books, which were my brother's favorite books when he was younger. As you can see, it wasn't perfect, but they did sell for the $10. Next, we have Dora the Explorer, and this is why I like to cross list because Dora is a hard sell for me. So any platform that I can sell her on is great. I do not really pick up any type of Dora the Explorer. If it's something that looks unique, I'll look it up, but it's sold on Etsy for $8.99. Then we have this pretty Nike golf skort. You're going to see a couple of skorts. They came to me in a Goodwill blue box last year. I think it was like after this season, like at the end of summer. So of course they're selling now. I don't get a lot of sales on Poshmark, and this hadn't been getting a lot of attention on other platforms. So when I got an offer for $15, I went ahead and accepted. And then lastly, we have these Tiva sandals, which of course sandals are selling well now, especially the hiking type sandals because people are out and about. I personally am not out and about because Georgia is hot right now. So I am in the house until it gets cooler, but you know, people who are a little bit more adventurous than me are out and about. And someone sent me an offer for $20 and I did go ahead and accept. This is a funny one. So I got an offer a few weeks ago on Poshmark for this shirt, and the offer was like $10, and I was like, no. I came back, I think, for like 20 or 18. Well, on this day, I got an offer from Poshmark and an offer on Mercari. I meant to look at the Poshmark first, but I got distracted and pulled this up, saw the $15 and went ahead and accepted it. And I saw that on Poshmark it was the same guy. He had came back at 18 because he came back after the $10 and I sent him he counter offered I think at like $13 or $14 and I just didn't pay any attention. So I guess he thought I was ghosting him or whatever, but I'm pretty sure that this is the same guy who came on Mercari and bought this. And I wasn't ignoring him. I was going to accept the Poshmark offer. I just happened to click on this one before the Poshmark offer, but I'm glad he got his shirt. But it was a nice Florida Gators Hawaiian shirt. This is one of my favorites. If you have kiddos or grandkiddos and you have not read to them the Don't Let the Pigeon series, I highly suggest you stop by the library and get it. It is such cute books. But anyways, this is I had a couple of these. The thrift that I had, sometimes they get stuff from Kohl's, and this is a Kohl's Cares. And so they had a couple of pigeons and they had the ducks, and I kept this stayed a little bit longer than I thought. I thought it would sell before now, but it finally did go ahead and sell for the $12, which was an offer I think that I sent out. And now on to eBay. We have this Ann Taylor shirt, and I can tell by the background that I've had this for a while. Ann Taylor sweater. It's a really pretty sweater, new with tags, and someone sent me an offer for $20 and I did accept. Next, I like to get hand puppets because they're great for librarians and preschool teachers and childcare. This one is one that I hadn't seen before. I wasn't familiar with the character, but it did sell for an offer I sent out for $12.10. And with the weird, when you hear like a weird amount like that, what usually happens is that I'm sending out bulk offers, and I'm sending out to uh watchers, offers to watchers, and I'll like click on all of them and send out like 15, 16%. Next is this, I came across this in a Salvation Army. And believe it or not, these Victoria's Secrets CDs can sell well. They're not like fast sellers, but I've sold a couple of Victoria's Secrets CDs before, surprisingly. And this is sell for the $14.24. Next, this Lucky brand, I really expected for this to sell before now. It's really nice. It's new with tags. It's a 1X. But I've had it for like over a year, but it finally did sell for the $23.75 on my 5% off, which is a sale that I have going on at all times. Next, I really like to pick up these, and they usually come to me in a lot of toys. And like things I like about this is that I'm usually only have like no more than 20 cents into them, but they can sell, they're good bread and butter, and they'll sell between $10 to $15. But this one sold for the $14.24. No, actually, this sold for $11.96, an offer that I sent out. And this is the other skort that that sold. It was in really good condition. Cute striped skort by Nike, and it sold for $15.24. Next, I have had this for a while, and it's a really pretty dress. This is one reason why I do not do retail arbitrage, because I cannot pick out the things that are going to sell very well. So I've had this probably for a couple of years, and I finally took a look at it, did the pictures, redid the, well, I didn't redo the pictures. Vendu started offering where they partner with Photo Room, which is something that I use anyways. But when I first started taking these pictures, didn't have Photo Room yet. But Vendu has where, for some of your listings, for however many listings you get for that month, you can get that many backgrounds removed. And so I went ahead and, using the Photo Room and Vendu, removed the background, and I'm thinking that maybe that helped it to sell because it made it stand out, because it's a really pretty dress. But it did sell for the $18.99. This, I got it, it was in the box. I knew it wasn't new, but I didn't realize that it was missing something. I forgot what was missing. I don't know if it was missing like one of the toys or whatever. But I got in a lot of toys, so it probably only had like 20 cents in it. So when someone sent me an offer for $5, I went ahead and accepted. Then we have this. I had never heard of these before, but they were made in Italy. They came to me in a I think a Goodwill Blue Box lot, or either a ThredUp lot, a mystery box. So I went ahead and listed it, and I haven't had them for a very long time, probably like about 6 months. And they did sell on the $21.84. Next, we have these, yeah, these things are not on the first picture because this is my second time recording this. I went back to the first one and the sound was all messed up. So let's cross our fingers and hope that it acts right this time. But these are, I like to sell all types of homeschooling curriculum and things that can be used, books or tools that can be used for homeschooling. Now, of course, a traditional teacher could also be using this, but I seriously doubt it. But these three books did sell for $15. And lastly, before we get to my BOLO, this is such a cute, I think I found this in a regular Goodwill for like $3. but it was really, I had to pick it up, and I looked it up and I saw that it was doing decently, like bread and butter, but it was just so cute I couldn't leave it behind. And it did sell for the $16.14. And now on to the BOLO. Recently, I got a lot of toys, has some My Little Ponies in them. I'm always excited to see My Little Ponies because some of them can be very valuable. I had a Minty in there. Uh, Background on Minty, it says she's a very clumsy ditzy pony that likes socks, loves the color green, and she does have like 3 little peppermints over there. So during my research, I saw that some of these can go for a pretty good amount. Now the one that I have is for 2023, but I am still, since it's one that they're bringing back for the 40th anniversary, still listing mine as $19.99. But here are what some of the vintage Minties can go for. We have this one for $24.98. In the donkey pose, and another one that has donkey pose. We have to start looking these up to see the different types of poses, but this is one for $19.98. But then you have this one that has the diva pose. It's from 2002, went for $39.99. Now because you're usually going to get these for $1 or less, that is a pretty good return on investment. So if you see some My Little Ponies, make sure to look them up. What do you think of that BOLO? I know that we know that My Little Ponies, the vintage ones, can sell for very well, but there are some that may surprise you as to what they could sell for. So my suggestion is to look them all up when you see them out and about. And if you find a lot of them, they're usually going to be pretty cheap. So I would just, I'd probably buy the whole bag and look everyone up individually. You can always lot them together if you don't find any that sell um, for, over the bread and butter price. But thank you so much for joining me. Hope to see you back soon. Goodbye for now.